Google's AI Studio has got to be the biggest changer in the AI space to me in the last couple of years since the release of ChatGPT. Imagine having an AI assistant that's sitting right beside you at any point in the day, and they're helping you with any problem you have, whether it's debugging things as advanced as code, or whether it's going to be helping walk you through different software applications that you're using, or essentially just helping speed up your workflow. This is going to be a game changer that I promise you will save a ton of time every single day. Let's get into this. We're going to circle over to the Google AI Studio and click the first link here. Now, today we're focusing on the stream real-time functionality piece right here, and what we can do to get started is share our screen. Now, in this tutorial, we're going to be going over 3 use cases. We're going to start with something pretty basic, then we're going to go to intermediate and advanced, and in all 3 scenarios, the Google AI tool will be able to solve our problems. Now, this is totally free to get started. Let's give it a shot. I'm first going to select screen, and we're going to share my entire screen. And then I'm going to move over to the first problem. Hey, Google, can you see my screen here?
Yes, I can see your screen. It shows the Google homepage.
Awesome. So I have a problem here. I'm looking to download Zoom, and I just don't know what I'm doing. Can you tell me what to do here?
Okay, you're on the Google homepage and want to download Zoom, but you're not sure how to proceed. Is that correct?
Exactly, yeah. What should I do here?
Okay, in the search bar, type download Zoom and then press enter. That will take you to the Zoom download page. Would you like me to guide you through the steps once you reach that page?
Well, I'm on the page now, but which one should I download? I don't know if I have an Apple Silicon, or should I be downloading Intel? Which one do you think I should be downloading?
Based on the page you are showing, there are 2 download options for Mac. Download for Apple Silicon and download for Intel. To know which one to choose, you would need to know what type of processor your computer has. Do you know if your computer has an Apple Silicon or Intel processor?
Well, I can go into the About This Mac section, but that's about it. Can you tell me which one I should be downloading based on this information?
Okay, I see in the About This Mac window that your computer has an Apple M1 Max chip. Therefore, you should download the Download for Apple Silicon version of Zoom.
Gotcha. Perfect. Well, thank you so much for that. So I just downloaded Zoom on my computer, and as you can see, I'm on the Zoom page here. I need to share a meeting link with somebody for a meeting tomorrow. So I want to schedule that meeting and then share it with them. How do I go about getting that link?
You want to schedule a meeting and then share the meeting link. On the Zoom home screen, I see a schedule button. If you click that button, you should be able to set up the meeting, and it will provide you with the link to share. Would you like me to walk you through the steps after you select schedule?
Yeah, so I click that schedule button, and as you can see in front of me, I just scheduled the time for tomorrow at 7:30. This looks good to me. What are the next steps here?
Okay, I see you have scheduled the meeting for tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Now in that same window, I see a blue Save button at the bottom right. Clicking that will finalize the scheduled meeting, and then you'll be able to get the link to share. Would you like me to continue guiding you through that process?
Yeah, where is the link here? I'm on Google Calendar now.
Okay, I see the Google Calendar page for the meeting. The Zoom meeting link is located right above the section titled Email. It starts with https://
Oh, gotcha.
06.
Is this the link right here that I'm highlighting?
Yes, the highlighted text that starts with https://
Perfect.
us.
Thank you so much. That was really helpful. And so we're going to go on to one easy example again before we move on to the intermediate challenge for Google Gemini. So Gemini, I switched over to my Google Sheet here, and I have my accounting or bookkeeping for the month. And so I have these categories here, but I want them to be drop-down options. Like I want this to be a drop-down menu so that I don't have to type it in every time. How do I convert all of these fields in the category section into a drop-down option?
The user has a list of categories in Google Sheets and would like to create a drop-down menu for that section. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, to create a drop-down menu, first select the cells in the category column where you would like the drop-downs. Then, in the top menu, click on Data, and from the drop-down, choose Data Validation. Then you should select List of Items in the Criteria section, and write out the options you want in the list separated by commas. Then click Save.
I don't see that.
Would you like to see a demonstration of these?
I just see Add a Rule here. Should I be clicking this Add a Rule?
Yes, click the Add Rule button. This will open the Data Validation Settings panel. From there, you can change the criteria to List of Items and enter your categories in the Items field. Let me know if this helps.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's amazing. Now, I want to also create a formula. So I'm going to type in a total down here, and I have a total for marketing, software, and travel. Now, how do I sum the total of the expenses based on the category here for both marketing, software, and travel? How do I go about summarizing that?
Looks like you have created drop-down menus for your categories, and now you want to sum the expenses based on their categories.
Exactly.
Is that correct?
That's correct. What's the formula for me to do that here?
Okay, to sum the expenses based on categories, you can use the SUMIF function. In the cell where you want the total for marketing, type in equals SUMIF. C $2, C $6.
Okay.
Marketing.
Hey, Gemini, that's way too fast for me. And I don't really understand. Do you mind going way slower describing that to me as well? Can you go character
select
by
column
character?
C, where your categories are listed, then type a comma. Okay, in cell C9, first type the equals sign, which is equals. Then type SUMIF with no spaces. Then type an open parenthesis, which looks like this.
Okay, sounds good. What's next?
Next, select all the cells in the category column from C2 to C6. After you select it, you should see that the formula has C2, C6 in it.
Okay.
Good. Now type a comma, which looks like this. Then type C9, which is the cell containing the category marketing. Then type a comma again. Finally,
C9?
select all the cells under the expense column from...
Are you sure it's C9? Because that's the column I'm editing right now.
You are correct. I apologize for that confusion. Instead of C9, we should use A9, where it says marketing. Then type another comma.
Okay.
Then select the expense column from B2 to B6. Then type a closing parenthesis, which looks like this. Then press enter.
Gotcha. Okay, so that worked. And so I guess I can just drag these down to get the other values as well?
Yes, you can drag the formula down to get the totals for the other categories.
Perfect.
Is there anything else I can assist you with?
That's it. We're going to move on to the intermediary step here, which is going to be creating a post in Canva. So Google Gemini, I have Canva open in front of me here. Can you tell me how I can create a Instagram post?
Sure. To create an Instagram post on the Canva home screen, please click on the social media icon. Then, on the next page, click on Instagram post. This will start a new design, ready to customize with your content. Would you like me to tell you more about any step in particular?
Well, the thing is there's a lot of Instagram options here. Which one should I choose? I just want like the most popular Instagram post here.
What you've said, you can select the Instagram post 4 to 5 option, the first option under the popular category. This is a standard Instagram post format. Does that sound good to you?
Yep, that sounds good to me. Okay, so now what should I do here?
Now that you've selected the Instagram post format, you're on the design page where you can either select a template from the left menu or start with the blank canvas on the right side. Would you like to start with a template or start with a blank canvas?
Well, I think I'm going to start with a template here, and this looks good to me, but I want to turn this into a carousel post. How would I go about doing that?
To create a carousel post, you can click on the Add Page button below the current design, and this will add a new page with the same dimensions as the first. You can continue adding pages as needed. Then, after you're done editing, you can download them as a group and upload them to Instagram as a carousel post.
Gotcha.
Would you like more details on this?
Well, what do you think I should put on the second post here? Because I'm interested in creating a post for my business. What's a good idea that I can put here?
For a second page on your business carousel post, you could include a product photo, a testimonial from a client, a behind-the-scenes shot of your business, or a call to action with contact information. Would any of these work?
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe like a review. How should I go about creating a review here?
Create a review for the second page.
Yeah,
you can
exactly.
add a text box using the text option in the left menu, and then copy-paste the review text into it. You can adjust the font, size, color, or add a background color to make it more prominent. Would you like any further details on this?
Yeah, what else would you put instead of just what the person said? What other details would you add in here?
In addition to the quote itself, you could add the person's name, their title or affiliation, maybe the date of the review, or a relevant image or logo. Would that be helpful?
Yep, that's perfect. So I'm going to add in the person who gave me this review here. And then apart from that, what else would you add in here to make this great? I think you said a logo, correct?
Yes, you're correct. Adding a logo would be a great next step. You could add your logo or the logo of the person who provided the review. Would you like help with that step?
No, I think that's good. I have my own logo here. This is looking good, but it's looking a bit empty. What else would you do here?
Okay, to make the page less empty, you could add a background color or an image. Would you like more information on how to do that?
Well, I have the elements open, as you can see, but what should I type in here to get a good background image?
Since you want to add a background image, you can type abstract background in the search bar. This should provide a variety of options that can fill the empty space. Would you like me to help you choose a specific background, or are you good with that?
Do you have a preference here between these backgrounds that you see, or like maybe this one here? What do you think about that one?
The light tan and brown background you've selected looks like it would fit well with the design of the current review page. Would you like to try this one?
Yeah, let's go ahead and try this out, actually. This looks pretty cool. Now, the thing is my logo is getting cut off here. I can't see my logo anymore. How do I change it so I see my logo?
Okay, it seems that the background image is covering your logo. To adjust this, you can either resize the background by clicking on the corners and moving them inwards, or you can click on the logo and move it to the top, bringing it in front of the background. Would you like to try resizing or moving the logo?
Well, the problem is if I resize, the image won't be covering the whole background, and I want it to cover everything, but I can't click on the logo. So how do I do this?
In Canva, you can change the layering of the image and the logo. To do this, you will want to select the logo and then click on Position at the top right of the screen and select Bring Forward. That will make the logo appear on top of the background image. Would you like me to elaborate?
Okay, that's perfect. I just clicked on the two back. I couldn't access the logo, but I could access the image. Perfect. You're amazing. Thank you very much. Or should I say, you're awesome. What a dad joke.
No problem. Glad I could.
Of course.
Oh, okay. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Yeah, so I came across N8N and I want to create an automation. And by the way, this is the third and most complicated workflow or complicated scenario we're going to get Gemini to help us with. But I came across N8N and I want to create an automation where I automatically am able to reply to emails as they come in. So in N8N, which is a automation platform, an AI automation platform, I want to create a workflow, as you can see in front of me, where when an email comes in, I automatically create a response using AI, and then I reply to that response. What do I do right now?
Okay, so you are looking to create an automation in 8N, and you want it to automatically generate and reply to emails that you receive. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, well, let's try to break this down into steps. Would you like to start by adding a trigger for when an email is received? Or would you prefer to start somewhere else?
Let's start with the trigger. What do I do from here?
Okay, I see you've clicked the Add First Step button. Now on the right of the screen, you should see a panel called What Triggers This Workflow? There you can select a trigger that starts your workflow. Would you like to use the Trigger Manually option, or would you like to search for an option related to email?
Well, I use Gmail, so should I click here?
Yes, you can click the Gmail option that has appeared in the search results. That will add Gmail as a trigger to your workflow.
Okay, do I click this trigger here on message received, or is it another option?
Yes, you can click the On Message Received trigger, as that will start the workflow every time you receive an email.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect. And when it says polling times here, and it says every minute, what does that mean?
The polling time is how often 8N checks your Gmail for new emails. With the setting on every minute, N8N will check for new emails every minute.
Okay, and should this be simplified here or should it be unchecked? I want to get as much information as possible from the email.
To get the most information from the email, you should leave the Simplify option unchecked so that all available information is passed into the workflow.
Okay, I'm going to try and take a look and see if I can collect emails from here. Okay, so it looks like I have this email. Now, how do I create in a second step an AI response to this email?
Based on the screen you're sharing, it looks like you could try the Advanced AI option, since it says it will build autonomous agents, summarize or search documents, etc. Would you like to explore that option?
Yeah, what should I click in here?
It looks like you want to generate a response to an email using AI. Since you've clicked on the Advanced AI option, it looks like the choices are AI templates, AI agent, OpenAI, basic LLM chain, information extractor, question and answer chain, sentiment analysis, summarization chain, and text classifier. The OpenAI option seems most likely for generating a response.
Okay.
Would you like to try?
So I clicked on that. Which one should I do from here? There's a lot of different options here. Which one can generate a response to that email?
You have a good question. Based on the options you are seeing, To generate a response to an email, it appears you should use the Message a Model option, which is listed under Text Actions. Would you like me to walk you through how to do that?
Okay, yeah, that sounds great. So what do I do here? What model do I choose? Because I assume I need to add something here. What is the message? Like, what is the stuff? How do I get a response to the email that I have here?
Okay, it looks like you need to select a model first, and then under the Messages section, where you see text, you can click on the text box and use the code on the left to fill the message field, which will allow the AI to generate a response. Would you like to try that?
Sure. What model should I use?
You are going to be using a text input to generate a response, so a good model for you to start with is the GPT-3.5-TURBO model. Would you like to select that model?
Sure. I didn't really understand. You said ChatGPT 3.5 Turbo?
Apologies for that misunderstanding. You could use the GPT 3.5 Turbo model, or you could explore one of the GPT-4 models, but you may have to pay extra for those options. Would you like to use the GPT-3.5-TURBO-16K model?
Sure, if that's what you recommend, I can use that. And what should the message be here? What should I put in here to get a response?
Right, you want to use the email text in the text field in order to generate a response. On the left side of the screen, you'll see a bunch of data from the received email. If you want the whole message, you could copy the value of the HTML key on the left into the text input box on the right. Would you like to try that?
Okay, sure. I can copy the HTML field into the text field here. And then what else should I say? I've copied in the HTML field. How do I get it to generate a response?
Okay, it looks like you've pasted the HTML code into the text field. Now you should click on the Test Step button at the top of the page to get it to generate a response. Would you like me to guide you through what happens next?
Sure, but shouldn't I ask it to maybe reply to an email or give it more context here?
That is a good idea. If you want to provide more context, you can type into the text field before the HTML that you pasted in.
What should
For example,
I say?
you can say, please generate a response to the following email, and then you can paste in the HTML text you have copied. After that, click on the Test Step button. Would you like to try that?
Sure. I'm going to go ahead and see what it says. Okay, perfect. This is awesome. And so now, maybe what's the next step? Should I just find a way to send an email back?
So the next step after generating a response using AI would be to send that message back to the person, or as you said, draft a message. Is that right?
Sure. Okay, so I want to maybe select create a draft here. Is that correct?
Yes, it looks like selecting create a draft is the correct next step.
Okay. And so walk me through this. Does this look good to me or good to you? Should I create a resource draft operation create? And why is there a subject line here if I'm creating a draft?
Okay, let's break this down. Under credential to connect with, you've selected your Gmail account, which is good. Then under resource, draft is selected, and under operation, create is selected. These all look correct. The subject field and message field are both required for the create operation, even if you are just creating a draft. That's why they are there. The email type is also a parameter that is included. Does that help?
That helps. So maybe I can drag this content field into the message and I can test this step here.
Okay, so it looks like you've dragged the content from the left-hand side into the message field. You've also got a test step button at the top, so you can go ahead and test that if you would like. You want to do that?
Yeah, it said I had a problem and I needed a subject line. So I'm just going to say test here for now to see if this works.
Okay, it looks like the subject field was causing the issue. You've changed that to test, so now you can try running the test step again.
Gotcha.
Does that work?
So let me take a look at my Gmail to see, but I noticed that it didn't reply to the exact message. It just gave a general draft. What I want to do is I want this draft to be associated with the message. So how do I make sure that this message that I'm drafting is associated with that email?
Okay, I understand. It looks like you want the draft email to actually contain the message from the previous step of your workflow. Looking at the message field in the Gmail step, it currently has the expression $json.message.content. This looks correct because it's taking the content of the message from the prior step. which is where the AI generated text came from. So I think that part is correct. To make the draft associated with that email, you could try to replace the subject line with a message variable, similar to how you set up the message content. Would you like to do that?
Gotcha. So I want to attach the thread. I want to attach the email to the main thread that I'm replying to. How do I do that? Is it under options here? Maybe I have to attach in something from here?
Okay, I see what you mean. If you click Add Option and then select Thread ID, this should allow you to associate the new draft with the existing email thread. Would you like to try that?
Sure, sounds good. Let me try and find the email thread from the initial message that I sent. I can see it here. Should I drag that into the email thread like this and give it a shot?
Yes, it looks like you found the thread ID in the input on the left, and you've now dragged that into the thread ID field under Options. You can now click Test Step at the top again to see if that works.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, I can see that now I've replied to this email initially. So yeah, that's perfect. Thank you so much. And that in a nutshell is how you can have your own AI assistant that follows you across your computer, whether you're in the internet, on the cloud, whether you're on desktop apps, helping you out and troubleshooting and debugging and solving whatever problems you have. Just imagine having like this AI personal assistant like right beside you that is able to look over your shoulder, help you with whatever you need at any point in time. You don't have to go to YouTube to search up a tutorial. You can now just have somebody giving you the exact advice you need at every single step of the way. This is absolutely mind-blowing to me, and this is going to be revolutionized. This is going to revolutionize the space. Obviously, for like a content creator, it means that people are going to be less likely to go to YouTube to find answers. So that's kind of a bit scary, but net positive overall, because I think this is going to increase productivity. So super cool. Highly recommend taking a look at this. It's absolutely free to get started. And yeah, all you have to do is head over to the AI Studio on Google to give it a shot. Thanks guys so much for watching. Hope you found value in this video. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below because I'm going to be releasing content just like this in the future. And also, if you guys are interested, I did release my school community about a month ago. This is a place for anyone that's interested in learning all about AI automation so that they can essentially automate all of the work that they're currently doing by hand. I have tons of different blueprints here, tons of different course material, and also weekly calls to be able to debug and troubleshoot any issues that you're currently going through that cannot be solved by the AI Studio from Google. So thanks guys for watching. Hope you have a lovely day. Look forward to seeing you guys soon. Bye-bye.